Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mikey Report for September 24th, 2010. Glad you can be with us. I am Mikey Edwards. We have a lot to get to, so let's get to it first with some news about Lindsay Lohan. Well, actually, no, we're not going to go there. We're actually going to go to some news about a federal judge orders that a lesbian, Major Margaret Witt, be reinstated to the Air Force. She won reinstatement to her unit in a court ruling against Don't Ask, Don't Tell. A fighter pilot, Lieutenant Colonel Victor Fehrenbach, is facing discharge under the Don't Ask, Don't Tell issue. In Tacoma, Washington, the Air Force flight nurse, Margaret Witt, says she can't wait to get back to her unit after the federal judge ruled on Friday that she should get her job back ASAP in the latest legal setback to the military's Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy. She says she's ready whenever they are in a live interview on the Rachel Maddow show on MSNBC. She can't wait to get back to her unit to be with her incredible unit members. They're a wonderful group. Decision by District Judge Ronald Layton came in a closely watched case as a tense debate has been playing out over the policy. Republicans blocked an effort to lift the ban this week, but Layton is now second federal judge this month to deem the policy unconstitutional. Witt was suspended in 2004 and subsequently discharged under the policy after the Air Force learned she had been in a long-term relationship with the civilian woman. She sued to get her job back. So, we have that Don't Ask, Don't Tell being in a major battle, and of course we have that fighter pilot who's fighting dismissal after a 18-year career in the Air Force. Witt's case gives him hope that he may prevail. Layton determined after a 6-day trial that Witt's discharge advanced no legitimate military interest. To the contrary, her dismissal hurt morale in her unit and weakened the squadron's ability to carry out its mission, he ruled. If you pull me out of my unit, it's going to harm that unit. It affects the morale of my unit, Lieutenant Colonel Fehrenbach told Miss Maddow. So, that is the latest. And more justice and judgment news. Lindsay Lohan can be released on $300,000 bail. Unclear when Lindsay Lohan will be released. Alcohol monitoring bracelet required. Judge cleared the way for Lohan's release from jail on $300,000 bail after Lohan challenged a ruling earlier in the day that would have kept her in jail for nearly a month. Superior Court Judge in L.A., Patricia Schnegg, set the amount Friday this evening. She imposed several restrictions on Lohan's release, including wearing the alcohol monitoring bracelet. Monitor must be in place within 24 hours of release. Unclear when she could be. As conditions of bail, she is prohibited from possessing any controlled substances must refrain from drinking and must stay out of places where alcohol is primarily sold, aka bars and probably parties as well. Snaggs' ruling came after LiLo's attorney, Sean Chapman Hawley, filed a late afternoon appeal seeking bail for the Mean Girls star. Hawley had been prohibited from arguing for bail during the Friday morning hearing when Judge Eldon Fox ordered the starlet held until an October 22nd hearing. Snaggs' ruling states that defendants are entitled to bail in misdemeanor cases, which applies to Lohan. A DA spokeswoman, Sandy Gibbons, said prosecutors did not oppose Lohan's motion to seek bail. So, it's LiLo's third jail stint for a 3-year-old drug and drunk driving case filed after a pair of high-profile arrests in 2007. So, she is still... And she doesn't serve a full sentence, so what is the deal with that? I could totally go off about the whole Lohan thing. More entertainment news. Steven Tyler of Aerosmith and J-Lo are now judges on American Idol. And we have some more political news to get to. History shows Obama and Dems face stiff headwinds. New voter confidence index tracks the midterm trends, which are down. At this, pretty much with the first after the first few months, I think looks like it was about June. After June hit, Obama's the confidence index for Obama went down. It's the lowest it's been. It's a negative 38. Ford was a negative 61 in 1974. In 2006, Bush was down to about almost negative 70. So midterms aren't holding well for some people. Obama and the Dems are suffering from voter optimism, according to the index. Tom Corbett has the edge on Dan Honorato in Pennsylvania in some areas, but in other areas, like Wilkes-Barre, it's like a dead heat. So we'll keep you up to date with that as much as possible. Let me see. Lohan. In economic news, Wall Street closes the week on a solid high. Dow Jones. All indices were up around anywhere from 2 to 2.5%. Dow was up 198 points to 10,860. Nasdaq was up 54 to 23.81, and S&P 500 was up 24 to 11.48 and 2/3. We have a lot of weather, including Tropical Storm Matthew, which is cutting in the Central American region right now. Right now, current threat levels hitting Belize, southern portion of Mexico, to Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, and the upper portion of Nicaragua. That's the high end. Medium end is the further up in Mexico, and middle portion of Nicaragua, and southern portion of Nicaragua is under a low, along with Costa Rica and the little edge of Panama. But as we look at the track right now, it's in Honduras and moving at 50 miles an hour. As we take a look at a projected path, we're looking at a dropping down to a depression with the remnant low. If it has enough gusto and catches Gulf waters, then it might pick up some steam along the way. Speaking of picking up steam, we've had some warmer weather as of late. As we look at our forecast for our for the Mount Cobb area, for the Valley Forge area, and for our good friends over in North Ridgeville, Ohio. Glad you can join with us. And our good friends, the Hattingers. Gotta give some love to my good buddies there. But first, let's go to Mount Cobb. We had 85 degrees. It's been a hot, pretty warm and humid as of late. We got 85 up in Mount Cobb for the high today, 91 in Phoenixville, and 92 over in North Ridgeville in the 44039 area code. But we're definitely looking at some cooler temperatures. Right now we're looking at 73 degrees in Mount Cobb, 80 in Phoenixville, and 65 over in North Ridgeville. 10-day forecast looks like this. Well, actually, we'll take it to the end of the month. How's that sound? 71 degrees tomorrow. Sunny skies, partly sunny skies. On Sunday, we got 63 degrees. Showers possible. This is up in Mount Cobb, 64, 68, and 67. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Very possible on Monday and Tuesday. Thursday, however, we're looking at 69 degrees to close out the month. A pretty nice weekend. Well, week. We got windy conditions tomorrow for Phoenixville, but we're looking at 83 degrees there. Partly cloudy, 71 degrees on Sunday. Possible showers or isolated thunderstorms. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 72, 75, and 75, respectively. And 76 on Thursday, just before going into breakaway with Mr. Greg Hubbard here on the campus of Valley Forge Christian College. You don't want to miss out on that. North Ridgeville, we're going to take you in part 2. Or can I get it in the no, I can't. I highly doubt it. So, when we come back, I'll cover the 6-day forecast for North Ridgeville and sports. Yankees end up facing the Red Sox, having some issues, and the Phillies ended. We'll have that in sports as well. So, we'll be right back to the Mikey Report after this. Don't go anywhere.